Cutscenka tak szybko.
Oh, so that's how it is. Thanks for the suggestions, Mr. Zhongli. I have them all noted down.
I've long heard that your knowledge encompasses all things old and new, Mr. Zhongli. But I never knew that you were well versed in the art of cooking, too.
Żongli umie gotować?
It is truly an honor to make your acquaintance.
No need for formalities. I too feel humbled to be in the company
Żongli
of
trochę
such
wygląda jak
talented
stary z
young
dzieciakami
people.
teraz.
There are many things I could learn from you.
Oh, you flatter us. If it's possible, may I trouble you to provide a few words of guidance for my practices in exorcism?
Exorcism? I can't say I'm an expert in the field, but if you don't mind, we could start by discussing...
Whoa, there's so many people here.
Oj, tylko 4 osoby, to nie tak dużo.
All we knew was that Hu-Tao invited Zhongli over. Paimon never thought we'd be meeting so many old friends.
3 to dużo niby.
Happy Lantern Rite, everyone!
Likewise. Please take a
Z
seat.
wielką chęcią mogę siedzieć koło ciebie.
Happy Lantern Rite! Are you having fun?
I've become musically cultured.
Me too. I've seen Xinyan perform before, but this is the first time I've watched something like this.
Było awesome, taka scenka była taka piękna, naprawdę. Zwłaszcza ci fatowi z tyłu.
I heard that the audience loved it too, and she's been receiving quite a lot of performance invitations lately. She's more busy than ever, and Yoonjin's gonna help her.
Xinyan i Yoonjin besties.
Yep, and they asked us to pass on their season's greetings to everyone. They hope we'll have a wonderful gathering.
The performance was spectacular indeed. However, it gave Xiangling a huge burst of inspiration, which in turn gave us a bit of a headache.
Us? Did Xiangling ask you to try out her dishes too?
That, my friend, is beside the point. Watching you eat was enough for me. Come to think of
Ona im
it,
dała coś
I
ostrego.
probably shouldn't have burdened Chongyun with eating my share too.
Hold on, Xiangling came up with a new recipe? Let Paimon try! See, someone here knows how to encourage people. Thanks, Paimon. Oh, and I have to thank Mr. Zhongli too. He gave me lots of useful pointers that really drove it home for me. Oh, so that's what you were talking about before we arrived.
Yes. Since we'll be dining together, the topic of our conversation naturally revolved around
No
cooking.
tak, właśnie tak się przyglądam. Co oni tu mają na stole w ogóle? Cóż to za galareta przedziwna?
Xiangling's ideas are truly unconventional. Her choices in both ingredients and spices
Jakby się
are
to wyostrzyło,
comparable
może
to a
bym
melody dancing
zrozumiał,
on the
co to
tongue.
jest.
My suggestions were nothing more than the icing on the cake.
Oh, the two of you always deliver. Now I'm getting embarrassed. Anyway, I'll get everyone to have a taste after I've adjusted the recipe based on Mr. Zhongli's
A ta
advice.
zupa, co żongli nam da, to będziemy mogli to zjeść w tym, czy to zostanie
That
zawsze w naszym
sounds like it
plecaku?
might become a little safer to eat.
How about I sample the dishes next time?
O,
Speaking of eating, Paimon feels like we're missing someone.
wow.
Oh, Huta was the one who invited us, but she's not here. And where's Guoba? Oh, Guoba volunteered to help Dad at the restaurant. You know, lots of people come over to eat during Lantern Rite. Without Guoba helping out, I probably wouldn't have had the time to accept Hu Tao's invitation. As for Hu Tao...
The director went to collect a guest. She asked me to stay here and
Oh.
host you for the time being. Seems like it's almost time.
Huh? Hu Tao went to fetch someone in person? Oh, that must mean they are super important. Could it
Możliwe.
be Kuching?
I chyba wiem, o kogoś
Or
chodzi.
Captain Beto?
She didn't clarify. And as her subordinate, I couldn't just pry into the details, could I?
Czasami zapominam, że żongli chyba pracuje w tym tam jej zakładzie pogrzebowym. O,
Ta-da! We're here! Oh, we're not late to the party, right? Right?
oczywiście, że nie.
Good thing the Conqueror of
Ciao.
Demons and I are both as swift as the wind. And whoosh, we made it just in time.
Co się dzieje?
Oh, I see. So the important guest is the
Nie
conqueror
mogę
of
się, jest taki
demons.
mały.
I've been looking forward to meeting you. The director didn't mention anything when she invited us. What a pleasant surprise. Gathered here with us tonight are not only young and accomplished individuals, but also the protector of Leo's peace, Adeptus
Dobra,
Alatus.
dobra, już tak nie udawaj, że go nie znasz.
To convene here with all of you is indeed a great honor.
Żołnierz czasami się zachowuje jak stary do siało, zwłaszcza w tych niektórych questach. W eventach głównie. Był taki event z Yelan Ito, Yanfei, Kuki, właśnie z Xiao, z Kazmem związany i tam właśnie była ta scenka z żonglem i Xiao i żongli wyglądała dosłownie jak stary. Co tam się stało? Czemu Lumin była na stole?
It's almost lantern right. Yet you took all the trouble coming here.
The director has a way of making it difficult to
To jest
decline.
jakieś kombinowanie z naszymi
Rex
plecami.
Lapis, may I ask what troubles you?
The director asked me to buy sesame oil in preparation for the celebrations.
Then why would you come all the way to Wangshu Inn?
I had a pleasant chat with Chef Yenchao and received some spices from him. And, see? Here's some matsutake and a portion of ham.
Mi w Genshinie mi brakuje czegoś takiego. Tak jak na przykład to było w Wiedźminie, w tych wszystkich częściach, że idziesz sobie spokojnie po mieście i na przykład napotykasz na jakiegoś NPC-a, w sensie na jakąś postać, z którą powiedzmy główny bohater jest zaznajomiony. Albo na przykład, nie wiem, tak jak to było w Wiedźminie 1, że sobie idziesz o konkretnej godzinie do tego tam baru w tej jednej części Miśkujesz, bodajże się to nazywa, Boże, nie pamiętam, chyba z rok już nie grałem w Wiedźmina 1 i tam na przykład o którychś tam godzinach się spotyka Zoltana, czy innych jakichś tam postaci. I tego mi właśnie brakuje czasami w Genshinie, że po prostu idziesz i oprócz jakichś tam randomowych NPC-ów możesz spotkać na przykład grywalne postacie. Nie wiem, żongliego na przykład w tej restauracji, herbaciarni, jakkolwiek to się nazywa. Nie wiem, Xiaomi gdzieś tam u swojego ojca w restauracji. Nie wiem, kto tam jeszcze, na przykład Xiao jeszcze na tym Wangshu Inn, czy nawet w Ventiego gdzieś, nie wiem, koło swojej statuły. Tego mi brakuje.
What about the sesame oil?
It's a shame. I couldn't find the kind the director was looking for.
I co w związku z tym?
I'm sure you're exaggerating, Zhang. Sir.
Już się tak nie udawaj, że się nie znacie.
There he goes again. Enough with the pleasantries. Go let our guests take a seat. Everyone here today is well known in their own field and has probably heard about one another to some extent. Some of us are even old acquaintances, so there's no need to be this formal. I heard that the Conqueror of Demons and the Traveler are pretty close.
Nah, we're old friends.
Great. You two sit together.
Mogę usiąść koło żongliego?
You should take a seat too, director.
Oh, finally remembered me. When we arrived just now, the host at Shinyue Kiosk told me our dishes are almost ready. Perfect timing. Let's not wait any longer and ask them to bring out the food.
Żałosne, nie siedzę koło żongliego. Delicious looking food, a rice and a pleasant
Paimon would have never guessed the person who Tao went to fetch was Xiao.
Oh, that's also the first I've heard of the Traveler and Paimon being friends with the Conqueror of Demons.
You know Xiao Chu?
W sumie to by miało sens. Xiao i Chongyun też mogliby być besties, bo w sumie Xiao mógłby zdradzić Chongyunowi parę sekretów odnośnie egzorcyzmów czy jakichś tam demonów.
Knowing is a bit of an overstatement. I've always looked up to him. You might not know this, Paimon, but we exorcists have worked in close collaboration with the Conqueror of Demons for many generations, dispelling evil together, both in the open and from the
No
shadows.
mówię, oni byliby besties.
Hard to imagine that thanks to Hu Tao, I've finally gotten the chance to meet him. Conqueror of Demons, I'm honored to make your acquaintance.
Likewise.
It is a great honor indeed to have a chance to meet the legendary Conqueror of Demons. Chongyun has brought that name up quite a few times in the past. I remember you mentioning wanting him to understand the importance of exorcists.
Ahem.
We know each other too. He helped try my dishes during the Masterful Chef's cook-off.
O,
I didn't think we'd chance to meet again. Happy Lantern Rite.
No anecdote, however, compares to meeting you in person. I'm Xingqiu, Xiangling and Changyun's friend. The pleasure is all
Uwielbiam
mine.
tą trójkę, naprawdę.
Whoa. Everyone's getting all formal and polite all of a sudden. Paimon doesn't know what she should say
Ty się
anymore.
powinnaś zamknąć, tak się składa.
Adeptus Xiao, mighty conqueror of demons. Please accept Paimon's greetings too. Belated Happy Lantern Rite.
Belated isn't the right word to use here.
Paimon tried very hard to look for a fancy word, okay? Don't be too harsh on Paimon.
Ależ ona mnie denerwuje
There's no
naprawdę.
need to be so polite.
You're right. This was meant to be a nice little get-together between friends after all. Too much formality kills the atmosphere.
Coś w tym jest.
I didn't plan this
Co wy tu
gathering
macie
only
za
for everyone
smaczne
to walk
rzeczy?
on eggshells. Hiya.
What's your true intention then?
A little get-together between friends, sipping the finest tea and watching lanterns float into the sky, bidding farewell to the past and embracing the present with joy.
Istnie poetycki jest ten Lantern Rite.
And that is something our consultant would say. I think it deserves a standing ovation.
Indeed. Exceptional acting skills, Director.
As for me, I'm just here to have fun and treat everyone to something good. We all worked really hard this year. Whether traveling or guiding...
Oj tak, a zwłaszcza w Sumeru trzeba pracować. Bardzo ciężko. Nie mówię tu już o całej aktualizacji z Fatui, okej? Odstawmy to na bok. Chodzi mi głównie o eksplorację tych terenów. Wciąż utknąłem w Lost North serii na 95% i nie wiem gdzie, co pominąłem.
Cooking, helping with the family business, exercising evil spirits, or conquering demons. And of course, our consultant, who's been helping out at the parlor every now and then. Everyone has done some pretty amazing things. As the one who brought everyone together, it goes without saying that I'm the one most deserving of praise.
No i tam.
Sounds kind of self-important, but Paimon thinks it's pretty amazing that she managed to talk Xiao into coming. He rarely ever enters Liyue Harbor after all.
I'm curious about how she did it.
It wasn't as complicated as you think.
O, nowa tego, retrospekcja.
Okay, gotcha. Thanks, boss lady.
It's not boss lady, just boss. And there she goes. What a lively girl.
Conqueror of demons, Adeptus Xiao. Guardian of Wangshu Inn, hero of Dihua Marsh. I know you're there.
Hello there.
Quiet. Do not disturb the peace.
Sorry, but you wouldn't show up if I didn't yell your name, would you?
I know you. You're the 77th director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Is there something you need?
Zhongli wygląda trochę taki stary w tym całym Liyue, a Xiao i Hutao to mogą dosłownie być jego bachory. Takie tam fan family, headcanon.
That does sound like one of Hu Tao's antics.
Did the Conqueror of Demons agree to come so that Hu Tao would stop pestering him?
There might be other reasons.
O,
Smart guess.
Huh? There's more to it?
It gets pretty boring from here on. I talked about the funeral parlor's past relationships with the guardian yakshas. You know, just to be sociable.
In the time of the Archon War, disputes were frequent, and disaster overtook the land. Humans couldn't escape from the torment of the plague, nor could they escape death.
naprawdę ten Lighter raz się dzieje jakiś, nie wiem,
The
istnie
Adepti
poetycki.
vanquished the demons. The Millelith fought valiantly, and Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was responsible for purifying the diseased and sending off the spirits of the dead.
Ciekawy mnie, jaki przodek Hutao odpowiadał, że za ten cały zakład pogrzebowy za czasów właśnie tej wojny arkonowej. Ja muszę się o tym więcej dowiedzieć, bo o tym słyszę, tylko że ja nic praktycznie nie pamiętam z tych wcześniejszych questów i chyba muszę znowu zajrzeć na wiki i przeczytać, kiedy to się odbywało i jak to wyglądało.
That is how the border between life and death was maintained during the war. And it effectively prevented further incidents from happening.
That's right. 1 point for the consultant. But despite our deep-rooted connection, it still took me quite a while to actually convince him.
Was he worried about his karma?
You know him pretty well, huh?
This matter is out of my control, so I need to be cautious.
True, but I've kept that in mind too. That's why everyone here today is in one way or another acquainted with elemental power. Besides, it'll only be for a short while as we dine together. There won't be any lasting consequences.
But I didn't expect there to be so many people.
Zostało jeszcze jedno wolne miejsce. Dla kogo?
There's no need to worry, Conqueror of Demons. We're not feeling anything unusual so far. Our young exorcist over here is protected by his pure yang energy, so he's probably the most resilient.
That's not the same. And did you just toss your carrots into my bowl? Hey, don't look away.
Huh? What?
I'm siding with Chongyun. I saw that too. You're lucky Guoba isn't here today. He hates seeing people being picky with their
Syn
food.
Chongyun.
If he'd seen that,
Sinciu.
he'd
Ja
definitely
też
be all
jestem
your carrots.
bardzo picky, jeżeli chodzi o wszelakie jedzenie.
Huh? Guoba would do that? Is he that uncompromising? But now that I think of it, Xiangling told me that Guoba used to be the stove god.
Prawda.
It sounds like you've heard the rumor.
You seem pretty quiet today. Is everything okay?
I'm doing fine. Not long ago, before Lantern Rite, I met an old friend.
To jest Venti? Bo Venti był na trailerze.
Thanks to his help, things have been a lot more stable than before.
An old friend?
You should know him. He's...
Huh? The wind?
Seeds of
I
storm
knew it!
brought by the wind.
And cultivated by time. Did Paima just unconsciously complete that saying? That voice. Could it be?
It must be.
If I'm not mistaken, there's someone knocking at the door. Don't just sit there, Zhongli. Go welcome our guest
Czy
in.
ona wie?
No such need. I'm coming in.
Kocham bardów w wszelakich grach, naprawdę.
You finally let me in.
Właściwie ty się sam wprosiłeś, ale okej.
Hello, hello. No matter if we've met before or not, this moment marks a brand new encounter. Old friends and new. Happy Lantern
A teraz
Rite.
poproszę postaci z Iły, żeby poszli na jakiś festiwal do Mondu.
Oh, it's the tone deaf bard.
Oh, he seems to carry a valiant breeze wherever he goes. It looks like we're gonna be friends. Fate has brought us together, so come on, take a seat and be my guest. Help yourself. Oh, I'll ask them for another set of cutlery.
This young lady here is as bright as a fresh bouquet of flowers in the morning's rising sun. She no doubt is the one with the most authority here.
Prawda?
Whoa, these
Ooh,
dishes
kraby.
look amazing. Is it really okay for me to join in? All right, I'm digging in.
Ja się sam robię
It's
głodny.
you.
Oh, isn't this Genyu?
Genyu?
Oh no, he's gonna give Xingqiu's pen name away.
Yep. Now that I've taken a closer look, you're a fan of Genyu's works. I met Xingqiu at a light novel convention.
Oh!
How I wish we'd met sooner. I never expected that there'd be another person in this world who could interpret Genyu's new novel as thoroughly as I could.
Venti, you're being too humble. Considering your poetic talent, your fundamentals are way more impressive.
Could this new guest be Master Xingqiu's friend?
He's smirking. Jezus Maria. Looks like Xiao knows him too.
Yes. Monsters become more active than usual as we get closer to Lantern Rite. I was patrolling Dihua Marsh a few days ago, when I happened to run into this...
O, wysuw się.
You've already forgotten? I'm a bard, remember? And bards go around singing wherever they like.
Oh, right. And this bard was performing in Dihua Marsh. It was a moving melody, and it made me feel relaxed and at ease. I couldn't help but stay and listen.
Thank you for your patronage.
So that's how it was, I see.
I understand now, too. I'm Zhongli, currently working at the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. It's a pleasure to meet you, new friend.
New friend powinno być w cudzysłowiu.
And I'm his boss. Oh, and if there's anything unsatisfactory, let me know anytime.
That's very considerate of you.
Oh? No wonder. Only a boss as savvy and reliable as you would be able to hire such an impressive consultant. Oh, you're too nice, Venti. Not to brag, but our consultant truly is impressive. His knowledge extends across the stars and the land, and there's nothing throughout history that he doesn't know. From the sophisticated way he speaks, it's hard not to suspect that he could very well be an adeptus in disguise. Xiao, you're an adeptus. Do you think it might be possible?
Mogę z tego, jako to wszystkich teazuję naokoło.
Sorry. I'm only good at conquering demons. I'm afraid I don't have much knowledge in that matter.
Really?
Muszę się wczytać w historię Xiao.
Paimon thinks you're super knowledgeable.
Paimon, play along.
Huh? Oh, right! Xiao's a warrior. He doesn't come to the city very often, so it's, pretty normal for him to not know anything.
Trochę popsułaś.
Yeah. Really? I've actually heard a few things about Mr. Zhongli before.
I know what you are.
The guests in the tavern talked about this refined and courteous man who, instead of having wine at Mondstadt's finest tavern, ordered a cup of hot tea with the most complex name.
Now that you mention it, I seem to recall that there indeed is a musician like yourself in Mondstadt. I've heard that he's elegant and amiable, his works witty and vibrant. It's no overstatement to regard him as the best bard in Mondstadt.
I know what you two are.
Now you're making me embarrassed. I would say that Mondstadt's poetry is a little run-of-the-mill sometimes. There's one I heard a while back that went, The old house is renewed, welcoming the spring breeze, awakening old memories. The meaning's there, but the word choices are unimaginative, and there's a distinct lack of literary flair. I think so too. The composition needs a little jazzing up. If I were to give it a go, I'd make it
Piosenka?
an old melon on a vine, a new flower that grows fine. Oh, good one!
Jednak nie,
It
tylko
feels
ten
unique and has a nice ring to it.
wers poezji.
You have great taste, Venti. I was right about you. Let's shake hands. Of course.
Co wy kombinujecie?
Hey, Shincho. Mind lending me a few books when we get back? Pick out some well-written ones. I don't know if it's my own lack of literary knowledge, but I couldn't tell the difference between those two.
I don't think it's your fault.
Changyun's right. It's not our
Oh,
fault.
they're so cute together. Painon, watch and learn from Futeo and Venti. This will come in candy for your ugly nicknames.
Oh, you have a point.
Oh boy.
But speaking of, why is the tone-deaf bard here? Are you here to take part in Lantern Rite too?
Jak jest teraz o tych ugly nicknames? Ja wiem, że się powtarzam, ale jestem ciekaw, jaki ugly nickname, albo jak po prostu Paimon będzie przedrzeźniać, jak na przykład Dottore będzie miał swojego własnego questa, w którym przygarniemy go do domu. Czy ona powie coś w stylu, no, nazywasz siebie naukowcem, czy tam uczonym, a nawet nie ukończyłeś akademii, tylko cię wywalili na zbity pysk. Ja bym chciała coś takiego usłyszeć, naprawdę, to by było mega komiczne, ja żyję dla jakiegoś potężnego angstu w ogóle z nim, ale to się prawdopodobnie nie wydarzy, tylko pewnie jakiś... Może jak to szło? Znowu zapominam słów po angielsku. Redemption arc, o.
I heard that Liyue will be hosting a Lantern Rite music festival this year. As a musician myself, how could I possibly resist the temptation to come take a look? Or listen. Getting to know other musical styles is essential to sparking inspiration, don't you think?
Well, but the music festival wasn't planned beforehand.
As for the Fontaine friend who hosted the festival, I saw him near Stone Gate the other day. The Iridescence tour has finally been held successfully for once, so I had to congratulate him.
Thank you, he must feel very grateful.
Don't think anything of it. By the way, I was watching as you entered Shinyue Kiosk, but no one seemed to notice me. Should I say that it's because I'm an expert in hiding, or that a certain someone deliberately ignored the sound of the wind?
Nie mogę z nich, naprawdę.
Whenever Lantern Rite comes around, Liyue Harbor becomes bustling with activity. People are all busy watching the lanterns and strolling around the shops, and they might just go travel somewhere on a whim. It is rather difficult to predict another's whereabouts. The festival is in full swing and proceeding smoothly, and we're all gathered here with friends, new and old. This is no doubt a wonderful occasion worth celebrating. To come together with all of you at the beginning of the year, one can't help but be filled with joy. In a moment like this, I propose we raise a glass together. In my case, tea in lieu of wine.
Very well said, Mr. Zhongli. That was exactly what I wanted to say. Now I'm getting a little self-conscious. I didn't cause you too much trouble barging in like that, did I? We usually drink wine
No
during
tak.
occasions like this over in Mondstadt. But since Mr. Zhongli insists on drinking tea, I'll give a toast with tea too. Everyone, thanks for the treat.
You're welcome. As the host of this gathering, I hope everyone enjoys the food and drinks. May this year be better than the
O Jezu,
last.
I hope so.
Considering that everyone may have other matters to attend to later, sticking to tea seems like a good
A,
idea.
bym sobie teraz taką herbatkę wypił, kurde. Cześć, Siało.
All of a sudden, they started proposing toasts. Should we?
Siało.
What's with the urgency?
Ooh, are you done eating? Wanna head out for a walk?
Have you two finished eating? It's always nice to have a breath of fresh air after a meal. Helps with digestion.
Paimon will come
A
too.
możesz nie iść? You're still hungry, right?
Yeah.
Że to zostań. Don't worry, we will be back soon.
Okay then. Don't forget to come back.
Dobra, dobra. Nikt by za mną nie płakał, jakbym cię zostawił. I know what you are.
Are you alright?
I should be the one asking you that. Ziomek, co się dzieje?
It's hard to describe.
I'm familiar with gatherings like this.
It's not that. There were those among the Adepti who loved gatherings and idle chit-chat. Sometimes they would call up a few others for a
Czyżby
drink.
wspomnienia?
Even I got dragged along to their gatherings many times. The Adepti all have their specialties, making most of them proud and arrogant. Everything they say is straight from the heart. It never gets too complicated. But this time...
O kurde. A, na kogo wysuwać teraz winę? I understand, it's all Venti's fault.
No. I didn't mean that. So you know his true identity. I'll get straight to the point then. The Animo Archon is a free spirit, and his temperament is as carefree as the music he plays on the flute. It's easy for a god like him to live in harmony with humans, and that's something I might never be able to do.
Nie mów tak. You do you.
That does sound like something you would say. No matter. I know my circumstances. Whenever I think of the ordinary conversations I've had with you, it feels
O,
strangely novel.
strange in a good way?
Yes. The parlor director went out of her way with the invitation, so it was difficult to turn her down. I had made mental preparations before agreeing to come.
Utożsamię się w tym momencie z Xiao.
She told me that all the guests today would be acquainted with elemental power, and I knew that you would be here, but I didn't expect the other guests to be...
No one would have guessed.
General Capisis always said that we should live in the present and enjoy every pleasant surprise. Perhaps that's what I should do with what I'm feeling now.
A wszyscy są teraz tacy filozoficzni.
But I think he meant designing clothes for those around him. The clothes were intricately designed, but inconvenient to wear. Brother Bosacius never tried to hide his distaste in front of him. Rex Lapis did like his designs and even collected quite a few. The outfit he wears now was also designed by General Capisis himself.
Muszę wiedzieć, kim jest ten generał.
I never saw him wear this during the war. I didn't expect him to start wearing it later.
Oh, here you are. I'm not intruding, right?
You're not. What is it?
Hu Tao saw that everyone's done eating and asked the staff to bring out the dessert. Paimon got so anxious that you weren't back yet that she scarfed down her dessert without the usual slurping and munching.
Not so anxious that she can't eat. Sounds like she will be okay.
To be honest, I was kind of worried too.
A, nie bój się o nią.
You looked a little restless just now, and I thought you weren't used to the food here and was planning to head back to Wangshu Inn for something Yanchao made.
You're worrying too much.
To prawda. Siadam ani le mnis... Co? Le mni skating white cyclings on us.
Why would I? Anyway, let's head back.
Please wait. There's another reason why I came looking for you.
O?
Here, take these. I brought them for you.
Almond tofu.
Yup.
Jego ulubione danie?
Since the Masterful Chef's competition, you could say that Yan
On
Xiao
sobie
and I
zje
are
takie
not only competitors,
smażone
but good
tofu,
friends
Jezu.
as well. I visit him at Wangshu Inn sometimes to discuss our cooking. I heard him say that the esteemed guest on the roof loves nothing more than a good plate of almond tofu, so I learned a thing or two about the dish from him.
Urocze.
I'll be honest, before Hu Tao invited everyone, she secretly came looking for me, told me about the guest she planned to invite, and asked me for some suggestions on what she should order. So I made a few servings of almond tofu for you guys in advance. Take them as a token of gratitude for your support. When I told Guoba that I was making these for you, he started
Ojeju.
eagerly running around the kitchen and helping a lot too.
Thank you, Shelly and Goba.
Thank you for the trouble. There was no need to... I'll take them. Thank you. And Guoba too.
You're welcome. Oh, the almond tofu I made probably tastes and feels a little different from the type Yanxiao cooks. Please let me know if there's any improvements I should make.
Spoko.
Okay.
That's all. Alrighty, we should head back now. We can't keep Paimon
No i
waiting.
Paimon sobie poradzi dobrze sama. Holy shit.
You're finally done whispering secrets to each other?
No, jeszcze jak.
So much for promising Paimon you'll be back soon.
Ale przecież wróciliśmy, a mogę cię zostawić. We were pretty quick. You're only angry because you have no sense of time.
How could you say that to
No i
Paimon?
bardzo dobrze.
In that case, besides having no sense of time, Paimon will let you know what having no sense of fullness looks like.
Gadu, gadu.
Your dessert is all Paimon.
Dobra, dobra.
Sorry to keep everyone waiting.
Nie podoba mi się, jak wszyscy ją ignorują.
No worries, we're all just chatting here. There's no serious business to take care of. Whether we're chatting outside or inside, it's all the same.
It's trying to be more like without Paimon.
Paimon's too busy eating to talk to
No i
you.
dobrze.
But even though we're all well acquainted by now, I think this festive gathering deserves something ceremonious.
Oh? Is this some local custom?
Nope. This is something I made up so that good luck will be on our side, that's all. Spontaneity is the best choice to make here. Let's use this incense burner on the table. It's been lit for so long now that the incense is running out. I'll leave refilling and lighting the incense to the most distinguished
Żongli.
guest among us all. Lighting the incense will signify continuous growth and prosperity in all our endeavors in the new year.
I see. Perfect symbolism, as expected of Hu Tao. And speaking of the most distinguished guest here today, I'm sure we all agree that it's Mr. Zhongli.
Nie mogę.
I'm not very familiar with the details of his past deeds, but chatting with him has been a real eye-opener, even for a bard who has traveled all across the world. If knowledge
Jo, ale
were
bez
the
kitu
power,
Venti był chyba
one could
wszędzie.
even say that you're a wielder of unlimited strength.
But when it comes
On
to
nawet do
having
Inazumy
with others,
zawędrował.
the notable bard is certainly one cut above the rest. I just happen to have a good memory. It is such an
Ale to byłby
unexceptional
super
skill,
event
yet
z
you made it sound like an
Venti i
unparalleled
Nilu, na przykład
I
w
am
Sumeru.
truly impressed.
Coś taki też w stylu
Since we all get to
muzyczno-taneczny.
nominate someone,
O,
I think it's only fair that we let the parlor director light the
Kurde.
incense.
Huh? That won't do. Don't flatter me just because I'm your boss. We are looking for the most distinguished guest here. As the host, I shouldn't be involved in this discussion at all. Now that we've enjoyed this table full of delicacies, how about we let our one and only chef here do the honors?
Teraz na każdego będziemy zwalać, kto ma co zapalić.
Is this really the way this works? I didn't cook any of these dishes.
It's not a big deal. Just look at her. Xiangling, the disciple of an adeptus, the stove god's best companion, the winner of the Masterful Chef's competition. The only heir of the famous One Mean restaurant. A good old friend of mine. There's no better choice.
Why does Paimon feel like we're back at square one again?
Nie mogę z tego.
Please stop! You're making me embarrassed.
Kocham Rite.
If we're looking for a distinguished guest, surely the second son of the Feiyun Commerce Guild counts. It's one of the largest commerce guilds in Liyue Harbor.
Huh? Don't get me involved in this.
Oh, not a bad choice. With the Commerce Guild's young master lighting the incense, we're all sure to make a huge sum of mora in the new year.
O, mora by mi się przydała.
Making a fortune is indeed a fine wish, but it's of lesser importance than good health and happiness, which means
Szczerze mówiąc, niekoniecznie, no bo jak się ma dużo pieniędzy, to można sobie też zagwarantować do pewnego stopnia, rzecz jasna, zdrowie.
I can't be the one when we have the conqueror of demons right here. Adeptus Xiao has the most seniority among everyone here today. We should...
Wybierzmy
I
mnie.
refuse. I am most certainly not the most distinguished guest here.
Is he going to say it's Shongi?
You should all be able to make the right judgment based on your observations.
Wait, don't.
One person here is well acquainted with everyone else.
Nie mogę.
Oh, that's right. Even though you're always mocking Paimon, you're
To
still
ty
popular
zaczynasz.
with other people. No, wait. Paimon said she wouldn't talk to you again.
I'm not the only well-connected person here, though.
Who else is there?
Która z tych opcji jest bardziej wredniejsza? Take a look in the mirror.
Huh? Does that mean Paimon's the most distinguished guest?
Nie podoba mi się.
Oh, well, that was unexpected.
Czemu ona?
I agree. Paimon's just the one we
Nie, ja chcę się jej pozbyć.
Without a friend constantly by your side, a long journey would become dreadfully lonesome.
Nie, dziękuję, mam po prostu... Ja bym sobie świetnie poradził sam bez niej.
But once you have someone there to brighten up the atmosphere, everything along the way will become lively and vibrant too.
Ah. The traveler has traversed many nations and left behind a great deal of fascinating
O, to prawda.
stories. But without Paimon, they would have become quite monotonous.
Prawda, bez Paimon żyłoby się znacznie lepiej.
Paimon plays an indispensable role in making your journey a happy and smooth.
Oj, chyba nie.
You guys, Paimon's not used to being praised like
Bo na to nie zasługujesz.
those were genuine compliments, right?
O, co za bullshit.
Thank you. You made Paimon wait for a long time, but Paimon's not mad anymore.
Czy Paimon z każdym kolejnym terenem będzie tak bardzo upierdliwa? Jeżeli tak, to jeszcze wiem, co będzie działo się w Fontaine.
That is indeed true.
That means Paimon is as important to the traveler as Guoba is to me.
Looks like we've come to an
Tragiczne
agreement.
porównanie.
Any objections before we
Tak,
proceed?
ja się zgłaszam.
I trust the traveler's judgment.
Then Paimon it is.
Nie zgadzam się na to.
And now, the world's most excellent traveler's greatest companion, guide, and friend,
Nieprawda.
Paimon, will be refilling and lighting the incense for us. Here you go. Take the match and don't burn yourself. But if things go really wrong, here's the 2-for-1 coupon.
O Jezu. Ja to powinien zrobić. It's time to say goodbye, no tak. Mi się kojarzy z jednym tekstem w Sumeru, ale chyba po prostu już zamknę i przestanę mówić o Dotorze wiecznie.
It's getting late. I won't take up any more of your time. You're all free to go as you please.
Thanks for the treat, director.
Yep, the tea was amazing too.
Chyba zaraz sobie
You
zrobię
don't have
herbatę.
to go all polite on me. Just remember to come when I invite you next time.
Oczywiście.
Let's see. It's dark out, so I'm going to accompany Xiangling,
No.
Xingqiu, and Changyun back home. As for the rest of the guests, I'll leave them to our consultant.
No need. I'm headed towards the harbor to meet a friend on the ship. There's no need to trouble one such as Mr. Zhongli.
Który przyjaciel?
You know the place I'm talking about. Come meet me anytime.
Ja was wszystkich poznajduję
It was
zaraz.
great getting to know you all. Let's meet again when the spring breeze begins to blow.
Gdzieś tu jest Baizu.
Bye. Oh, we should write poetry together sometime.
Yes, please.
We'll catch you all later then.
Ale Venti, port jest w drugą stronę.
Don't forget to return to the parlor later. There's something I need you to do.
Pójdę po niej od razu po Baizu.
See you later.
Bye.
Well
W
then,
końcu sami na sam.
Rex Lapis.
just Zhongli will do. I live as a mortal in Liu Harbor now. I am just one among many who begin work at sunrise and retire to rest
A
at
co ty
sundown.
niby takiego robisz?
If we were to consider status and seniority as Zhongli, I should be respectfully referring to you as Adeptus Shao.
Heaven forbid.
Adeptus Shao.
Not you too.
I meant what I said. I heard that during the Lantern Rite Music Festival, you conferred with Streetward Rambler and Cloud Retainer. I take it as you've gained a lot more knowledge about the
Oj
past.
tak.
The same truth will sound different coming from different people. As more bear witness to a story, feelings and interpretations expand in variety too. I once had a pleasant chat about the past and present with a Sumeru scholar named Soraya.
Kim jest
And learned
Soraya?
a few things about her research topic.
Nie wiem.
From the evidence she found and the conclusion she made, her area of research is already very
To
close to the
znaczy,
truth.
what are we talking about?
But there are multiple sides to humans and gods alike. In the legends recorded by humans, some gods were depicted as arrogant and condescending, while others were kind and capable. But whether to me, Streetward Rambler, Cloud Retainer, or younger adepti such as Shao and Ganyu, those adepti and gods that may seem extraordinary to humans are something more akin to close companions. This was as true back then as it is right now. Just how Shao may seem unapproachable to most, but the traveler
Aw.
has proved otherwise. So there's no need to dwell too much on certain things.
Czy ty też już idziesz?
I mean, Zhongli. What you're saying is...
It looks like you understood what I meant. Ah, the director asked me to accompany you on your return. But I don't think you'll need my protection. I'll be taking a walk around and
Ale
admiring
śliczne.
the night scenery. After that, it'll be time for me to go back and meet up with the director. Goodbye for now.
Adios.
Bye, Xiangli. Everyone's gone now.
No i my też się powinniśmy zbierać i szukać Baizu.
Paimon always feels a little empty inside when a lively celebration
Coś tam
ends.
jest, ale ten Liu Harbor po nocy tak mi się bardzo kojarzy z takimi wyprawami na miasto, tak pod wieczór, jak już słońce zachodzi i robi się trochę zimniej, ale jednocześnie na ulicach jest dużo ludzi i po prostu całe stare miasto wręcz ożywa. Taki mi to daje vibe.
At least you always stay by Paimon's side.
Albo też mi to daje vibe wracania do domu i przechodzenia przez te wszystkie mniejsze uliczki, gdzie są tam jakieś pochowane jakieś mniejsze restauracje czy inne sklepy i czasami się tak automatycznie tam zajrzy i widzi się tych ludzi i ten klimat i ma się taki w ogóle vibe. To mi się kojarzyło, że chcę już wakacje. I'm afraid there will be a lot to ask of you in the future to most this... Jakie takie trudne słowa. Distinguished Paimon.
Good that you're aware of that. Shell, is there anything else you want to do? We could take you on a tour of Leo.
Myślę, że Shao bardzo dobrze zna to miejsce.
No need. I've stayed here for much longer than I had expected. The city lights are a fine sight. But it's time for me to leave. The events of today occurred so abruptly. I appreciate your
No.
kindness.
The feeling's mutual, you don't have to thank me every time.
Okay,
Wszystko dobre, co się dobrze kończy.
see you next time then.
Dobra. To koniec? So this is how it ends. Jest! Jest! O Boże, siema mordo!
The Lantern Rite celebrations are getting better by the year. Such wonderful music.
Dr. Baiju, I've brought the herbs. Who are they for?
Fun family.
The singers. Performing at a music festival is very demanding. Using these herbs in good time will protect their voices from damage.
Błagam, czy Bajzu może już wyjść, jak ogrywalna postać?
That's why you were preparing them all night.
I dared not neglect the Yuhung's request. Her messenger was quite insistent that it should take top priority. Let me double check again. This one is for...
Ja tu do was przyjdę. There are. Wreszcie mi się nie chce szukać. Co mi powiecie? Kazucha.
This is such a cool ship! Facing the sea breeze and gazing out at the soaring seagulls. Makes me want to sing out loud. Kazuha, how about I stay here and be the ship's resident bard? What are my prospects?
With your level of artistic finesse, I'm sure nothing will go wrong. But I'm afraid the sailors aboard are not the most versed in the arts. They probably wouldn't understand the deeper meaning your poetry holds.
You can't say that for sure. Poetry is spur-of-the-moment creations. Anyone viewing the same sights and experiencing the same atmosphere would surely understand. There's a port in Mondstadt too, but I rarely get the chance to board any of the ships.
To znaczy... Zaraz, o którym my porcie mówimy? Bo ten port to na pewno nie jest ten jeden mały mostek, co się znajduje centralnie tam za Mondstadzie, gdzieś niedaleko tego rybaka. Czy to znaczy, że Mondstadt zostanie kiedyś powiększone?
Speaking of ships, everything's perfect about this one, except... Kazuha, could you tell your captain that my height says nothing of my age? I'm way past drinking age.
Jak to wysłać fanom Genshina, którzy uważają, że Venti jest minorem bez wysyłania im tego?
How often does one get to enjoy a seafood feast on a ship? It'll be a real shame if there isn't anything stronger to enhance the food.
W ogóle bardzo zabawny jest koncept taki, jak niektórzy w ogóle gęsieniarze twierdzą, że Venti, skoro jest mały, to na pewno jest minorem, like, bro, wiesz ile on żył, wiesz co on robił, wiesz czego on nie robił? A znowu się rozpadała.
There's not much I can do about that. It's not because Captain Beto's not on the ship right now, but because there's no room for negotiation on this matter.
Zaraz mi pion pierdyknie.
Even I have to sit in the no drinking zone every time.
Beto jak trochę taka matka w sumie do Kazuchy.
But I don't get drunk after just a few sips. Trust me, I can hold my liquor really well.
Venti to jestem ja, kiedy w 2021 powiedziałem, że no napiję się 2 łyczków piwa z żabki, przecież nic mi nie będzie. Potem miałem taki odjazd niesamowity, ja myślałem, że do Wisły wpadnę. Wszystko dobre, co się dobrze kończy, zatem w akompaniamencie tej pięknej muzyki, jakże pięknej scenerii, będę już kończył ten odcinek. Dziękuję wam bardzo serdecznie za oglądanie, trzymajcie się i do kolejnego odcinka. Cześć!